guys, it wasn't gonna do much damage at all. I can't die! Not yet! In the lick of time, a spider scurried in the vessels. So I decided to take advantage of the evening. I punched some trees and gathered enough wood to make a crafting bench. Afterwards, I made myself a set of wooden tools. Alright, it's stone time. I mined for cobblestone and then upgraded to stone tools as quickly as possible. By the time I was done, the sun was beginning to peek over the horizon. I better head back. I can't risk the daylight touching me. I returned underground and began to build a base. I cleared out some of the stone and built a room for both Peter and I to stay in using the materials I had. It's a start, and at least there won't be any sun harming us. As I wrapped up, Peter approached me with food for us. I ate some, transforming me into an adult. I now had 10 hearts. Whoa, you also got bigger.
Yeah, I guess I'm larger than a normal spider now.
With the base prepped and night beginning to fall once again, I set off in search of more clues about my past. On days 8 through 12, after a lot of traveling, we found ourselves at the nest of a massive mutant wither skeleton, guarding a blue flame.
That's it. That's my soul.
Shh. Unfortunately, we made too much noise, and the skeleton woke up from its slumber and instantly attacked. Shelly quickly ran off to hide. I pulled out my bow and began to fire arrows at the beast, but I was still much too weak to fight it. The skeleton overwhelmed me, and I lost. We both ran away from the big monster. I guess we'll have to come back when I'm stronger.
Dang, how am I gonna survive this mess?
I can't really answer that, but for the time being, you're welcome to stay at my base. On days 16 through 19, I returned home with Shelly. I quickly began crafting some iron tools and boots. After all that work, it was now nighttime, so I had to take advantage. Exploring time! After some walking, I found a bunch of gravel, which I dug for flint. After that, I went to a field, cutting grass for wheat seeds. With the seeds in hand, I lured some chickens back home. Welcome to the base, little guys. I quickly built them a small pen. Now I'll have plenty of feathers for arrows. On days 20 through 22, I wanted to find a way to get stronger, so I asked Peter what he thought.
Doesn't milk make bones stronger?
I guess that's worth a shot. I went mining, quickly finding more iron. I then crafted a bucket and went out in search of some cows for milk. After a bit of traveling, I landed in a plains biome, but what stood at the center wasn't a regular cow. What the? I can't milk you! I pressed another field, but this one was also full of skeleton cows. I wanted to get to the bottom of this, so I kept looking. At the far end of the field was one of the Grim Reaper's minions, transforming normal cows into skeletons. Hey, what gives? Without a word, the minion attacked me. I used my bow and arrows to chip him down from afar. He was skilled with a sword and would slash me down with ease, but I was tougher than I looked. After a lot of back and forth, I managed to emerge the victor. Upon his death, he dropped some wheat as well as an iron bow. Wow, this is gonna help a lot. I used the wheat to lure some of the cows back home. There, I milked them using my bucket. Bottoms up, I drank the milk, and to my surprise, I gained a few hearts. I guess that worked. I tried to drink some more in hopes of getting more hearts, but nothing happened. So it's a one-time thing. Still helpful though. On days 23 through 26, to take a closer look. Once I entered the town, however, all of the villagers rushed inside their homes. What's wrong with everyone?
Mommy, I'm scared.
Don't worry, we're safe inside.
Man, I don't like scaring people. Sorry. I made my way through the town and passed by a local bakery. So waiting. I didn't have time for introductions though. The skeleton immediately leapt at me. He took out his two blades and began to slash me down. Each of his attacks would wither me, making it difficult to keep my health up. Luckily, I had plenty of food and my armor to lessen each of his blows. He continued to come at me with a multitude of attacks, but I was slowly getting the edge on him. After one final hit, I managed to slay the wither skeleton once and for all. He bursted into war. Woohoo! The skeleton dropped a small flame that seemed to draw me in. I picked it up. Whoa, this is so warm and familiar. Is this a piece of my soul? To the nether for later. Once I was done, I expanded the base with more rooms, including a chest room and bedrooms for any other skeletons who needed my help. This is nice, but I want things to feel more skeleton-y. On days 35 through 38, I set off in search of a desert. On my way, I discovered a couple skeletons who looked lost. Help you two?
We're searching for our souls. We're pretty sure they'll be together, since we're soulmates.
Oh, that's sweet. I can help you find them.
We would love that.
I gave them a map to my base and continued forward. I finally located some bone blocks and mined them. Afterwards, I returned home with my new decorations and replaced parts of the base to give it skeleton accents. Okay, this is looking much better. I was spending some time at the library and couldn't help but feel like somebody or something was watching me. Is somebody in here? Hello? Suddenly, a lone stray popped out and scared me. Ah!
I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
Don't hurt you? I thought you were gonna hurt me.
Why, should I? My name is Cora. I've been looking for help, but everyone just cares about themselves.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How can I help?
My 100 days are up tomorrow. I'm out of time and I don't know what to do.
Oh no, that's terrible. Let me help you. I couldn't let Cora do this alone. She told me about her clues and we started to search the library together. On days 69 through 71, I investigated the library. Unfortunately for me, I was only able to find a bunch of old books. Book. I think I remember my mom reading this.
I swear, every book this author writes is their best one yet.
So you really liked it then?
Loved it.
Why was the Reaper at my house? Ugh, I can't remember. Searching, I noticed a hidden lever that opened a secret passage. I pressed onwards to see what was waiting inside. There, I found a massive archive and Cora's soul sitting on a pedestal. Bingo! However, before I had a chance to grab it, a monster appeared before me. What the? Where did that come from? Without warning, the giant shulker box began to fight me. I began by using my sword, but it really wasn't making a dent. I had to use explosive arrows to try and make a dent on him. In retaliation, he sprouted crazy spider legs and chased me around the room. He even spit something at me that made me start floating into the air. Whoa, let me down! After a close battle, I rushed in and slashed it with my sword, killing it. Woohoo! After that, I rushed to the pedestal and grabbed Cora's soul. I ran to her as fast as I could to make sure she was reunited with her soul before her 100 days were up. I made it just in time and she transformed back into a human.
Thank you so much. It feels good to be alive again.
I'm glad I was able to help. On days 72 through 76, I was out of leads, so I decided to seek out my old home from when I was alive. Surely there are some clues there. I traveled through multiple biomes. I realized that 90.4% of the people watching aren't actually subscribed. Change that now. Subscribe. I camped out during the days and fought off monsters at night. They were a breeze with my explosive arrows. After a lot of traveling, I finally managed to find my home, but it was in ruin. What happened here? Just then, the Grim Reaper appeared before me.
So I see you're trying to remember your past. When will you give up your little quest and admit it's fruitless?
I don't care about you or your minions. I'm gonna find out what happened to my—
You're annoying, both dead and alive.
What did I do to you?
You don't have the right to know.
We ran at each other and started swinging our weapons full force. Our blades clashed, but he still had the upper hand of being able to fly. I could barely catch him like this, so I pulled out my bow and started firing my special explosive arrows to deal some massive damage. Sadly, it wasn't enough for the Lord of Darkness. At my current strength, I was no match for him. I had no choice but to flee before the Grim Reaper took my life. He can't keep getting away with this. I'm gonna find out what happened. On days 77 through 80, I returned home and continued my work on the base. I started by completing the skull entrance. I refined the tunnel leading to the base by adding bones that look like ribs. Lastly, I gave the skull some finishing touches to finalize the entrance. This is metal! Once the entrance was completed, I added finishing details inside the base itself. I added skull accents, beds for the newly human residents, and even more paintings. With that, the base was finally complete. I like this one. It's cozy. Just then, Cora and the soulmates all walked up to me. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
You've helped us so much. We wanted to give you a gift.
They handed over a mysterious potion and asked that I drink it. I did what I was told and chugged down the whole bottle, transforming me into a mutant skeleton. And as a mutant skeleton, I had 50 hearts and a ton more strength. Wow, thank you. I feel incredible. On days 81 through 83, I decided to test out my new strength on some mobs. Unsurprisingly, I was able to beat them down with ease. How do you like being exploded on? I'm unstoppable! Unfortunately, I lost track of time and the sun began to rise. I thought I was finished, but when the sunlight hit me, nothing happened. I must be so strong that I'm immune to sunlight. I ran around the overworld in broad daylight for the first time in weeks. It felt amazing to be out at a different time other than night. After a lot of frolicking, I found myself in a snowy biome. I think I'm lost. I was getting a bit nervous when suddenly I spotted another skeleton relaxing in the snow. I approached him in hopes of finding some help. Hey, do you know where we are? You're drinking ketchup? No, thank you. The strange skeleton tossed over a compass. Oh, wow. Thanks. This'll help a ton. Right. I was about to leave when suddenly another skeleton appeared. I should really get going. Oh man, all right. I decided to have a picnic with the skeleton brothers. It was actually quite pleasant. All my animals have been transformed into skeletons. Ugh, this again? Who's been messing with my home? When I checked around the house, I was relieved to find everyone inside was safe and sound. Ooh, you guys had me a bit scared for a second.
We did hear some ruckus outside.
Did you see who it was?
Unfortunately, no.
Peter told me that the invaders were here only a few hours ago. If I move now, I might be able to catch up to them. When I got outside, I immediately found a skeletal sheep. They can't be too far from here. Maybe if I follow the trail of skeletal animals, it'll lead me to the culprit. While following the trail, I spotted another skeleton suit. What are you doing out here?
I'm Jack Skellington. I'm actually on a mission to become Santa Claus.
Why would you want to do that?
To become him, of course, and to give the poor guy a vacation. Can you help me?
I guess? Agreeing to help, Jack and I set off together to find this Santa Claus. While traveling through the snow, we stumbled upon Santa's home. Alright, there's Santa's place. Go do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yes, I'll make it quick.
I watched as Jack ran up to Santa's place and walked inside.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Hey, Santa, you just won a free trip to the Bahamas. Put on your swimsuit.
Continued following the trail of bones to find the monster behind this. On days 88 through 91, after following the trail for a few more miles, I arrived at a massive arena made of bones. Well, that looks incredibly ominous and dangerous. I better check it out. I entered the arena. There was a mysterious figure waiting for me at the center. Who are you?
You finally arrived. The boss is tired of you messing with our plans.
Why is he doing this? We didn't do anything to him.
Sure, the boss likes to mess with people, torture them in the afterlife. But you're a different story. We both know you and the boss have an interesting relationship.
He was trying to kill my parents.